Hey there, your home is going under contract. Jared Jones, broker of Jones Group Real Estate, super excited for your family. And I want to give you some closing procedure that you need to know about out of the gate so that you can kind of plan accordingly with this closing and kind of know what to expect most importantly. So number one, as we go under contract, you will hear from Christy next week, okay? And what she's gonna end up doing is confirming with the buyer party that they've got the title company's information, that they're submitting their good faith deposit. As you know, on page 1 of the contract, they've got 3 days to put earnest money in. We are going to make sure that they receipt that money so that we have a firm deal. Second thing, we got to confirm the buyer actually makes loan application. They've got 5 days according to the contract to do that. That means they got to submit all their documents to make sure they close on time. And the third most important thing I need to talk to you about in this update is the inspection, okay? Now, a lot of buyers will schedule the inspection rather quickly. It's not always the case, depends on the buyer's availability, but usually the inspection will come out pretty soon, provided the inspectors aren't too backed up and need to push the schedule down. One thing I want you to know about is when you do the inspection, a lot of sellers are off guard when they understand that the buyer will show up. So when you have a home inspection, the buyer's agent, so the person that brings the buyer to show houses and who was there the first time with that buyer, they will be back. And high percentage, 80 to 90% chance, the buyers will be in tow along with the home inspector. So repeat that, the home inspector is obviously gonna be there, but the buyer's agent will be there to monitor the home inspector with or without the buyer, but the buyer's likely to be there. Now, some people, they don't care about that. As a seller, I want you to know because it has been a concern in the past. The next thing I want you to know about is procedure for the home inspection. The only thing you need to know is to make sure that if you do occupy your home, don't cover attic accesses and things like that. So if there's an attic access in the garage, like a drop down cord to get stairs into the attic or whatever, a door, you wanna make sure there's no cars parked under that, there's no blockages for those kinds of things. But as far as the actual inspections go, they range from 1.5 to about 3 hours, okay? Depending on the size of the house and things of that nature, pace of the inspector, it's all different. But you don't have to be there, okay? The home inspection can proceed just like anything that has happened before, like a showing. Okay, now if you were there during the showings, some sellers required it, then you'll probably be there for the home inspection. But know that if you do not want to be there, you don't have to be. Now, our team is going to be available for any questions that the buyer agent has on site. So what happens on site is the home inspector or the buyer's agent, they might have a follow-up question. Now, we don't have to be physically there to answer those questions. We will be available through making sure that the agent can call us or text us, and so that we can speak to them immediately, connect with you if we don't know the answer. But in most cases, we're able to manage any question. You won't hear from us anyways. All right, so that's an overview of the process. Now, those of you that occupy your homes, you haven't moved out yet, listen to me on this. You don't want to move out of the house until the deal is certain, okay? So, you know, as we pass through the home inspection, your odds go very, very high that you're gonna be closing. So if the buyer clears inspections and says, I like it, I'm still proceeding forward with the deal, you're at about 70% odds. You still need to get through the appraisal, okay? So unless it's a cash sale, if it's finance, it's going to have a property appraisal, and you need to get through that property appraisal before you start really making hard plans. I'm gonna share with you some more updates as we go, but for now, you can start to declutter more. You can start packing things away that are highly optional, but don't pack anything seriously until we get further into the process. I will guide you through that process. Now, one of the things I want to encourage you to do is as we start taking care of your needs and helping you get through this stressful time, and by the way, who do you know needs help buying or selling? If you run into people as we go, please don't be shy about referring our team, our company to help others like you who need help with this process. It's the greatest compliment you could give us, and we would definitely take care of friends and family as well. With that, we're gonna do everything we can to make sure this process is smooth. I'll see you on the next update.